A very good morning to all of you. Today we are going to start a new chapter which is sentences, phrases and clauses. Okay beta? In this chapter we will learn about three things. Number 1 sentences, second phrases and third clauses. Okay? So look here. Firstly, we will learn about sentences. Now, what is a sentence? Do you know what is a sentence? A sentence is a group of words that expresses a complete idea. Okay, beta? It is a group of words. Here you can see, she feels sad. So, 3 words are written here. It is a group of words and it is showing that she is feeling sad. Okay, from these 3 words we can identify about a girl that how is she feeling? She is feeling sad. So this group of words is telling us the complete idea, a complete emotion, thought. When we are getting the complete sense, we call it a sentence. Okay. If we are not getting the complete idea, it will not be a sentence. Okay. Now see this. These are the sentences. As you can see, here we are checking that these all are expressing a complete idea. In these sentences 1, 2 and 3, we can get the complete idea. See, I like to swim. Jane bakes tasty cookies. Mark will quit his job. Here Mark is the name of a person. Okay, one boy whose name is Mark, he will quit his job. So in these 3 sentences we are getting the complete sense. So we can call them a sentence. And you remember, sentences always begin with the capital letter. In this sentence, first sentence you can see I is capital letter and it is completing with full stop. At the end point you can get a full stop. Okay. Whether it is full stop at the end or question mark or the sign of exclamation, that will be a sentence. But first letter should be capital every time and it should contain a completing mark. Okay beta? See now, what are the parts of a sentence? We got to know that a group of words that give us complete sense is called a sentence. But it is made up of some parts, no? So, what are the parts of a sentence? Do you know? Okay. The 2 parts of sentence are, there are 2 parts, okay? Number 1 is subject and number 2 is predicate. Okay? First is subject and second is predicate. Clear? Okay. So let us know about this more. The subject is the person or thing about which something is being stated. Okay. What is the subject in a sentence? It is about whom we are talking in a sentence. So you can see this sentence, Joe is a good boy. Here we are getting the name of a boy. This boy you can see, his name is Joe. Okay. And he is a good boy. So in this sentence, who is a good boy? Joe is a good boy. So what is the subject here? Joe is the subject here in this sentence. So you understood what are the subjects in a sentence? Subjects are the person or thing about which something is being stated. Clear? See more examples here. Can you find the subjects in each sentences below? Yes. My little brother broke his finger. Who broke his finger? My little brother. So it is subject here. Second, his uncle Bob asked for directions. Who asked for directions? His uncle Bob. Third, those soldiers carried guns. Who carried guns? Those soldiers. So what is the subject here? Those soldiers. Fourth, our babysitter arrived late. Who arrived late? are babysitter. So in this sentence, my little brother, his uncle Bob, those soldiers are babysitter. These are all subjects. Now the turn comes to predicate. Can you find the predicate in each sentences below? Yes, you can find easily now. Now you know the subject, and other rest thing is predicate. Predicate contains a verb and the complement of the sentence. Okay. So in the first sentence, my little brother broke his finger. What does my little brother does? He broke his finger. His uncle Bob asked for directions. What did Uncle Bob ask? He asked for directions. Those soldiers carried guns. What does those soldiers carried? They carried guns. Okay. Our babysitter arrived late. Who arrived late? Our babysitter. So what is explained about the subject is predicate. Okay, and who is doing the work, or about what we are talking, it is subject. Okay. Yes. Next is coming phrase. What is a phrase? The definition is, a phrase is a small group of words that adds meaning to a word. Okay, like I will write in the class. Okay, so here we are getting 3 words, 1, 2 and 3 in the class. This is a group of words. These 3 words are making a group. Okay, so phrase is a group of words that adds meaning to a word. And a phrase is not a sentence because it is not a complete idea with a subject and a predicate. Phrase is never a complete sentence, like I just now I wrote in the class. So we are not getting the complete idea that what is going on in the class, or which class about we are talking, who is sitting in the class. Nothing we are getting to know. We are getting only that in the class something is happening in the class, but we are not getting the complete idea. So this will not be a sentence, it is a phrase. Clear? Yes. Our next topic is clauses. Okay, clauses are of 2 types. Okay, mainly they are of 2 types: dependent clause and independent clause. And dependent clause is further divided into 3 partitions: adjective clause, adverb clause and noun clause. Okay. Yes, so in this class we will learn about dependent clause and independent clause. Okay, but before that we should know what is clauses. So a clause is a group of words with its own subject and verb. A clause always carry a subject and a verb with it. Okay, and independent clause has a subject and verb and makes sense by itself. It is a complete sentence. When we are getting the complete meaning in one sentence, it is a independent clause. Okay, and when we are not getting the complete sense in one sentence, that it will be dependent. Okay, dependent clause is also known as subordinate clause. Clear beta? Dependent clause is also known as subordinate clause, and it has a subject and a verb, but it does not make sense by itself. Means it will not give you the complete idea what is being talked about, but it will tell you the half meaning. Okay, it is only a part of a sentence. See in this sentence, example, I like this book. It is complete that I like this book. The sentence is completed, but something is added here, that I borrowed from Kim. If we will talk about only that I borrowed from Kim, we will not get the complete idea. Okay, that I borrowed from Kim. What did I borrow from Kim? I borrowed a book. That book I like very much. Okay, I like this book that I borrowed from Kim. So this is dependent clause that I borrowed from Kim, and I like this book is independent. Okay. You can see also here, a dependent clause is a group of words which has a subject and predicate, but it does not make complete sense. A dependent clause always begins with a marker word like which, what, although, where. Means they will start with conjunction. Okay. Which way the destiny take us? No one can say. No one can say is independent. Okay. And which one the destiny takes us is independent. He cannot hear what you say. So what is dependent here? What you say. He cannot hear is independent, and the underlined word is dependent. This is the place where we met. So where we met is dependent. An independent clause is a group of words which has a subject and a predicate that expresses complete thought. Okay, in which we will get the complete meaning will be independent. Like Anuj is an obedient child. Ashi loves her aunt. Raman could not hear what Sham said. Okay beta, so this was your chapter 2. You have to read it once more from your book and solve the exercises given. If you have any doubt, you can contact me. Okay, till that time, take care. Bye bye.